Ladies and gentlemen, Servus, and welcome to Munich. You might not be here in person, some of you will be this weekend, but you know what? To hell with it. Milosh has got your back, and I'm taking you here with me to fill you in on everything that's been happening in Munich. And who's gonna win it all? Is it those guys, these guys, those guys? It's definitely not those guys, though. Who's been the most impressive player so far? And really, what the fuck has this guy been doing? All of that and more are lock-in special from the Munich Major. Over the past 2 months of competition, 16 teams have been able to qualify, 4 from every single region in Siege Esports. And from those 16, only 8 are left to compete, and they'll all be making it to the main stage in our playoffs. We had some juicy matchups, and there's a lot more cooking up, so all I'm gonna say is we are eating good, and especially us at EML. And of course, no Siege Esports event is complete without some game news. Operation Tenfold Pursuit is coming soon. More info on that this weekend. And look, one of the biggest plays of our Switch stage has to be Stompin's 3K. Not only is it impressive in terms of the position itself, you're playing with the worst gun in the game. It's the UMP, he's on top floor in Consulate, but the man is insane.
He will get the plant down Stompin. There's not a chance in hell! This kid is magical! Stompin stomps on the heart of CAG!
If you ask me, if it weren't for Stompin and his performance throughout the Swiss stage and really within stage 2, I just do not think that G2 would have made it to the main stage or really performed to the level that they have been at. Mr. Consistent through this stage and also through the summer. I can't wait to see more from Stompin on the main stage, his first time ever. A huge upset, and really a big wild card, has been definitely a wild card here at the Munich Major. They make it into the top 8 with only a singular defeat against Team Secret. Everything else has been a clean game. They knock out SSG, Enterprise, and W7M in a best of 3. A beautiful performance. Really, Baby Shark is doing God's work on this team, and the entire squad working together. They definitely have been a massive underdog, and I'm sure the entire NA fan base and scene are proud to have them represent them at the main stage. Friends, there are some teams that blast off like a rocket. Space Station, that is. And a lot of times what goes up must go down. Simple as that. And Space Station have gone down 0-3. It's a repetition of the fiasco that happened back in Manchester a year and a half ago. There's a lot to look back on for this team and the disappointment that was had here in Munich. From first place in stage 1 to a rough stage 2, and now out of Munich, they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and prepare themselves for the regional finals and hopefully for the Invitational. Look, it's easy to say Stompin this, Stompin that, but Stompin is not my MVP for this tournament so far. It's gotta be the man himself, Solotov. Solotov from Team Falcons have topped every single chart pretty much. This just explains to you how dominant Team Falcons have been in the tournament so far, and Solotov has been the tip of the spear in every single game. But the real question is, can Solotov and Team Falcons keep things up in the top 8 in playoffs with that 141 EPS and the 1.18 kill per round? That is a lot of pressure to be put on such a player, but I'm sure once things come down to it, the spotlight will shine right under it.
I'm banning Shelly next.
Shelly was banned by Faith.
Oh, sorry, I
problem.
heard. We're banning Bank.
Bank was also, you banned it before?
What the hell, I've deleted the wrong things. It is. Yeah, we can ban Nighthaven. Never. That's also bad. What am I doing?
Emergency meeting. This man is pretty sus if you ask me. He's a sussy little baka. This man's a real imposter because he's got no idea what he's doing. Look, map bans are not easy, even when you've won the Invitational 3 times, more than literally anybody else. But really, the creme de la creme of the drama has to be around Fabian and Alamau. Every single time Alamau tries to fire a shot at his former coach Fabian, Fabian is just ready to just bring him down a peg. And taking a shot at your ex-coach that really helped to win the Invitational? I don't know. That's a pretty rough strategy there.
He may well have got away with it. Can the two players come and find him in time to him? They see him, but he pops one! And Gavin gets the next! What an unbelievable play to save the round for his team.
Absolutely massive from Gavini there.
You know what they say? Kiss the cook. And at this point, Gaveni's been cooking this entire tournament with M80. A lot of hope, and it's all being realized for the North American squad. The teardrops on my violin, they never end. APL, why do you do this to me? Every time we get so close to an APAC team making it to the main stage again, and Reload gave us CAG on the main stage in the grand final for the first time ever, and now what happens? CAG gets knocked out in the very beginning. They had it rough. They opened. They played G2, Furia, and FaZe. What a trio that they got to go up against to qualify into the top 8. Not only that, but Enterprise so close yet so far. All of the OST talent on that team doing their best for victory, but again, you play Weibo, W7M, Wildcard, and Furia, and in at least half of those games, they could have and should have won them all. And still, so close yet so far. You could even say they were a fish out of water. And then there's Weibo. The first 2 maps in their series against G2, even though they lost the first one, they're able to smash G2 on Skyscraper, and then Lair was just disappointment after another. And the teabagging, well, you can test your control key all day, every day, but at some point, you gotta take those wins, and it's just not enough to pull them across the line, and another disappointing tournament for APAC. And look guys, there's a lot of categories of topics that we can talk about here, but I gotta narrow it down. Like, for the wildest team performance, that's gotta go to Falcons, right?
For W7M.
Or really the nerdiest team. Joom, Team Secret in general, that definitely fits the bill. But instead, I chose something way more important. Let's take a look at all the team plushies and mascots. Look, me personally, I'm a massive nerd. But this first one has my brain melting. It is no NA team without a bit of brain rot. Of course, it has to be the Coca-Cola Labubu that Shopify Rebellion were having next to their Dubai chocolate Ahla Nas Ahla Sahra. It's just brain rot all day, every day. What? I'm too old for this shit. I'm old as shit! The second one is the one and only Snorlax from Weibo Gaming, and honestly, maybe it was a bit too much on the nose. Weibo were caught sleeping in some of those games, and maybe that was the reason that they couldn't make it through and into the top 8. And last but not least, it is Nessie from Wildcard with Lagonis on it. If you ask me between these 3, it has to be Nessie that wins it out. It's so cute. Not only is it just adorable in the design itself, but having little Lagonis trim that's just sewn into it, it shows so much love and respect on the team, and that's something I value more than just buying a plushie somewhere or putting on your Labubu Dubai chocolate every here and there. That's the one that wins it out for me. Look, it's gotta come down to this. There's only 8 teams remaining in our finals bracket here at the Munich Major, and it's tough to decide between all of them. And really, as much as I love FaZe, Wildcard, and M80, I still gotta give it, having Team Falcons in that final would be absolutely fantastic against any one of them. An all-EU NA, an all-EU, an EU versus Brazil. Any one of them would be great, but I think if there's one representative from EML that can really make it happen, it's gotta be Team Falcons. And I don't want them to make it to the final just to lose in second place again. I want them to break that streak. I want this story to happen. You can call it EML bias all day, every day, but let's be clear. The numbers in this rate do not lie. And numbers aside, let's be honest, the heart wants what it wants, and you can't stop it from loving Team Falcons. I love these guys. But one that I absolutely don't think is gonna make it through is Ninjas in Pajamas. They made it here to the main stage, and frankly by the skin of their teeth, but I think their journey might just end on day 1. That's your quick wrap up of all that's been happening here at the Munich Major, and I'm glad that I got to take you with me to it. But we'll be seeing you on stage for some more matches. Top 8 are about to begin in our arena, and I'm telling you right now, it is gonna be out of this world. And remember to keep your head above water. Who is your favorite to win it all? What's the team that surprised you the most? And who's the player that's really been blowing your mind throughout the tournament so far? Let us know in the comments down below. Till then, remember to lock in. We'll see you next time.